Hello everybody, I'm making this video because I want to talk about what I'm using for a grouper on the Skyway Pier. I'm going down to Tampa in the next couple of days, and I'm going to do some grouper fishing on the Skyway. It's something I like, it's something that's fun, and for that I really have two setups that are going to be my primary setups. My Pen Battle 38K, I love this thing. And my Piscifem Alejos 300, I also love this thing. Let's start off with my Piscifem. It has 50-pound braid on it, about 150 yards, so it's plenty to get out to the rock piles, and it's got like 30 pounds of 30 pounds of drag, so I can horse in big grouper. It's actually the low speed model I have because I want to get more torque on the grouper. They also have a high-speed model. On this, I'm going to be throwing a standard Carolina rig with roughly a 4-ounce egg sinker, or a 2-ounce egg sinker, on a Carolina rig with an 8/0 BKK circle hook on 80-pound mono. 80-pound mono is my go-to for grouper. It's not too heavy, but also not too light. When you're out there on the pier, you really have to like slowly pull out line to send them over to the grouper. And while a lot of people will tell you no, you need a lever drag for grouper, with a star drag I can more quickly adjust what I'm doing. So if I'm lining bait out, I can be lining bait out. All of a sudden a grouper hits. I can torque it down while I'm reeling in all the excess line. And it also is relatively small compared to other reels, so it's not as heavy, not as clunky. On the other hand, I have a Pen Battle 38K with 300 yards of 80-pound braid with a top shot of 20 yards of 80-pound mono. I'm going to be fishing a knocker rig on this, or a Carolina rig, depending on what I choose. This is for if the grouper are really far out or I'm constantly getting cut off. At least I know this probably won't get cut off because there's like 20 extra yards of mono on it. It also retrieves in like 38 inches per handle turn, 30 pounds of drag. It's a workhorse reel and it's a spinner, so I can cast smaller pinfish. And the rods I'm going to be putting these on are the Striper Stealth Extra Heavy. This is the Extra Heavy Striper Stealth. It's a solid glass blank, and it's got a relatively soft tip, but the second it gets down to about here, it really kicks in. And it's got a lot of power. It's a casting rod, and it's got an all-aluminum reel seat, which is really nice when I'm using this, because grouper can put a lot of stress on your gear, so it's just like one less thing that can go wrong. And the advantage to a glass rod is it's not as fragile, and you can high tip a grouper or yank them onto the pier, and it's not going to be a problem. The other rod is actually a lot lighter. It is the Berkley Big Game Medium Heavy. So I have a medium heavy and an extra heavy. It's also a straight glass blank. I'm going to put my 8K on this. But the reason I chose this is for the lighter grouper. That's what the spinner's for, lighter-ish grouper. Or if the grouper are a lot further out, in which case casting this thing with a big old weight is going to be a lot easier. Also, it gives me some flexibility. Like if I see a crab, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little clip on this, a 200-pound clip, barrel swivel clip, so that if I see a crab I can put a hoop net on this, cast it out, and pull in the crab, because I do like using crabs as bait. But anyway, just wanted to go over that. I'll be down in Tampa in a couple of days, and you're going to see some videos from Tampa. That's also why I won't be uploading for a couple of days. as I get ready for this trip. So anyway, see you guys.